Nehemiah chapter 5. And there was a great cry of the people and of their women against their brethren, the Yahudim. For there were that said, We, our sons and our daughters, are many, therefore we take up grain for them, that we may eat and live. Some also there were that said, We have mortgaged our lands and vineyards and houses, that we might buy grain because of the famine. There were also that said, We have borrowed money for the king's tribute, and that upon our lands and vineyards. Yet now our flesh is as the flesh of a brethren, our children as their children. And lo, we bring into bondage our sons and our daughters to be servants, and some of our daughters are brought into bondage already. Neither is it in our power to redeem them, for other men have our lands and vineyards. And I was very angry when I heard their cry in these words. Then I consulted with myself, and rebuked the nobles and the rulers, and said unto them, Ye exact usury in every one of his brother. And I set a great assembly against them. And I said unto them, We after our ability have redeemed our brethren the Yahudim, which were sold unto the heathen, and ye even sell our brethren? Or shall they be sold unto us? Then held they their peace, and found nothing to answer. Also I said, Is it not good that ye do ought ye not to walk in the fear of our Elohim, because of the reproach of the heathen our enemies? I likewise and my brethren and my servants might exact of them money and grain. I pray you, let us leave off this usury. Restore, I pray you, to them even this day their land, their vineyards, their olive yards, and their houses, also the 100th part of the money and of the grain, the wine and the oil that ye exact of them. Then said they, We will restore them and will require nothing of them. So will we do as you say. Then I called the priest and took an oath of them that should do according to this promise. Also I shook my lap and said, So Elohim, shake out every man for his house and from his labor that performs not this promise. Even thus be he shaken out and emptied. And all the assembly said, Amen, and praised Yahuah. And the people did according to this promise. Moreover, from the time that I was appointed to be their governor in the land of Yehudah, from the 20th year even until the 32nd year of Artaxerxes, the king, that is 12 years, I and my brother have not eaten the bread of the governor, but the former governors that had been before me were chargeable unto the people, and had taken of them bread and wine, besides 40 shekels of silver. Yea, even their servants before rule over the people, but so did not I, because of the fear of Elohim. Yea, also I continued in the work of this wall, neither bought we any land, and all my servants were gathered thither unto the work. Moreover, there were at my table 150 of the Yahudim and rulers, besides those that came unto us, from among the heathen that are about us. Now that which was prepared for me daily was one ox and 6 choice sheep. Also fowls were prepared for me, and once in 10 days store of all sorts of wine. Yet for all this required not I the bread of the governor, because the bondage was heavy upon this people. Think upon me, my Elohim, for good, according to all that I have done for this people. Nehemiah chapter 6. Now it came to pass, when Canballat and Toviyahu and Geshem the Araviy and the rest of our enemies heard that I had built the wall, and that there was no breach I left herein, though at the time I had not set up the doors upon the gates, that Canballat and Geshem said unto me, saying, Come, let us meet together in one of the villages in the plain of Ono. But they thought to do me mischief. And I sent messengers unto them, saying, I am doing a great work, so that I cannot come down. Why should the work cease, while I leave it and come down to you? Yet they sent unto me 4 times after the sort, and I answered them after the same manner. Then sent Canballat his servant unto me in a like manner, the 5th time with an open sefer in his hand, wherein was written, It is reported among the heathen, and Geshem says it, that you and the Yahudim think to rebel, for which cause you build the wall, that you may be their king according to these words. And you also have appointed prophets to preach of you at Jerusalem, saying, There is a king in Yehudah, and now shall it be reported to the king according to these words? Come now, therefore, and let us take counsel together. Then I said unto him, saying, There are no such things done as you say, but you feign them out of your own heart. For they all made us afraid, saying, Their hand shall be weakened from their work, that it be not done. Now therefore, O Elohim, strengthen my hands. Afterward I came unto the house of Shemaiah, the son of Delaiah, the son of Metvel, who was shut up. And he said, Let us meet together in the house of Elohim. within the temple, and let us shut the doors of the temple, for they will come to slay you. Yea, in the night they will come to slay you. And I said, should such a man as flee? And who was there that, being as I, would go into the temple to save his life? I will not go in. And lo, I perceived that Elohim had not sent him, but that he pronounced his prophecy against me, for Toviyahu and Canballat had hired him. Therefore was he hired that I should be afraid, and do so in sin, that they might have matter for an evil report, that they might reproach me? My Elohim, think upon Toviyahu and Canballat according to their works, and on the prophetess Noadiah, and the rest of the prophets that would have put me in fear. So the wall was finished in the 25th day of the month Elul, in 52 days. And it came to pass that when all our enemies heard thereof, and all the heathen that were about us saw these things, they were much cast down in their own eyes, for they perceived that this work was wrought of our Elohim. Moreover, in these days the nobles of Yehudah sent many letters unto Toviyahu, the letters of Toviyahu, come unto them. For there were many in Yehudah sworn unto him, because he was the son-in-law of Shechanu, the son of Arak, and his son Yohanan had taken the daughter of Meshullam, the son of Barachu. Also they reported his good deeds before me, and uttered my words to him, and Toviyahu sent letters to put me in fear.